might know me. You might not know me at all. Let's start off with an introduction, shall we? My name is Cecilia Squire. I like mysteries. There's nothing in this world that I love more than to open up a thought and figure out what makes it tick. How did it come to be? What will it lead to? What gives it wings? I collect them, observe them, let them go when I'm done. I'm no doctor, but I can figure out what goes on inside a person's mind just by watching them for a moment. It's like everyone's an open book, and the whole world is my library. I've solved mysteries, stopped murderers, uncovered plots of theft. But no matter how many times the world sees what I'm made of, the doors remain locked. I've been trapped in the same room my whole life, punished, they tell me, because I'm a woman doing man's work. I'm swimming against the current with all my might, trying to make it to a place where the world works with me for once, instead of against me, forcing me to my knees when all I'm trying to do is stand up straight. One day, they'll understand what I'm made of. But for now, it's time to get down to business.
Please, sir, there must be something, anything you can do.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I've already told you this kind of thing happens all the time. Your daughter is probably just out with her girlfriends. She's almost a grown woman. I'm sure she can handle herself.
This isn't like her.
There's nothing I can do right now. She hasn't been gone long enough for us to assume that she's missing. I'm sorry. Now, if you'll excuse me.
I can find who you're looking for.
Goodness gracious, I didn't see you there. What did you say, sweetheart?
I said, I can find who you're looking for.
That's very kind of you, but I think we should leave this to the professionals.
It doesn't sound like they'll be much help, ma'am.
I really should get going. It was lovely talking to you, dear.
It's me or nothing. Do you want to find your daughter or not?
Of course I do.
Precisely what I suspected. Here's my card. Give me a ring when you're ready.
You do understand that this won't come to anything, right? You're playing a child's game, Miss Squire.
Child's game may be, but one that you don't know how to play. I was not deterred by Detective Stern. I was used to this kind of behavior, this undiluted arrogance thrown in my face, cast over me like a shadow, a reminder of the people standing in my way. I've learned to work around it, but that doesn't stop the anger coursing through my veins, the frustration flushing at my cheeks. I am one woman in a world of millions who have to deal with the same every day, and I'm tired of it. The world is changing, yes, but not fast enough. Will I ever live to see the day where I can act without being questioned, scrutinized, judged? I don't plan on waiting to find out. Your call came very quickly.
You said you could help me.
Right. Let's get started then, shall we? Tell me about the night before your daughter disappeared.
Well, Ella's always had a bit of a rebellious streak. I gathered it would fade as she matured, and she would begin to realize what's good for her. Instead, she only grew more fiery, disobeying me, wearing clothes I forbade her from wearing, spending time with the wrong crowd. The night before she disappeared, we got into an argument about her future. She's set to graduate high school soon, and at supper I mentioned that I wanted to attend finishing school so that she'll be prepared to find a husband and live as a wife. But Ella got angry when I mentioned the very idea, telling me that she's going to college and there's nothing I can do to stop her. I tried to tell her I just want what's best for her, but she wouldn't listen. She grabbed her coat and stormed out of the house, and I haven't seen her since.
What about your husband, Mrs. Kingsley? How does he feel?
My husband died a few years ago, in the war, Miss Squire.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It was very hard on both of us. Ella's always been closer with her father. They seemed to look at the world the same way, in a way that I could never understand. So when he passed away and just the two of us were left, I couldn't get through to her. She was so distant, like a part of her died with him. She wanted nothing to do with me.
I can see how that would have been very hard on the both of you. How long has Ella been missing for?
A whole night. The detective refuses to help me because he thinks she hasn't been missing for long enough to be of concern. But Ella has never done anything like this before. I'm worried.
Of course you are. Did you bring any pictures of her?
Yes, here are the more recent ones.
The pictures showed a normal, smiling young lady. As I continued to study them, I couldn't help but notice Ella's white dress, white blouse, white skirt making a statement against the black and white, speaking as if to say, "I'm here, can you see me?" Mrs. Kingsley, did you know that the suffragettes used to wear white? They wore it to stand together and stand out. And the old photographs, you know it's them because the white is more noticeable against the black and white.
What are you saying?
I'm saying, look at your daughter. Look at what she's wearing. Mrs. Kingsley, I know you love Ella so much, but sometimes we don't show the people we love that we love them in a way that they understand. You love Ella, and you want to help her by making sure she doesn't have to worry about her future. But have you ever listened to what she wants for herself?
Yes.
Have you really listened?
Well, I guess not. It's just so difficult sometimes because she's so young. She doesn't understand the world in the way that I do.
The world she's growing up in is different from the one that you know, Mrs. Kingsley. She's coming of age after the war. Life as we know it has changed, and maybe we need to let this change in instead of pushing it away. Let's go. I know where Ella is.
What? How? We haven't even been here for 5 minutes.
Hello?
Hi, Ella. I'm Cecilia Squire.
Do I know you?
Not yet. Your mother's awfully worried about you, though.
Jesus H. of Roosevelt Christ.
I like her. Ella, I'm with your mom right now. Would you be okay with meeting us down at the Boston Common in an hour?
Can I talk to my mom?
Of course. Remember what we talked about.
Ella? Ella, darling, I've been so worried about you.
Hi, Mom.
Ella, I'm so sorry.
Mom, it's fine, okay? I'll see you in a little bit.
How did it go?
Fine. Oh my goodness, you have no idea how worried I was about you.
Mom, I'm fine.
I'm,
The mysterious Cecilia Squire, I presume.
I presume, correct. Although I wouldn't consider myself mysterious. Really, I just like mysteries.
Ella, where did you go last night? Why did you leave?
It's a long story. I left last night because I just needed space. The things you were saying were making me so angry, Mom. I couldn't stay here knowing that nothing would change your mind about my future. So I started walking, and I wasn't going anywhere in particular, but somehow I ended up outside of Boston University. And I wanted to go in to see what it looked like, but
But what?
they wouldn't let me in.
Why?
Because I'm a girl, Mom. They wouldn't let me inside because I'm a girl.
Oh.
So I turned to head back home, but I ran into a group of boys, and I started to walk away, but then someone called out to me, and they all started taunting me, jeering at me, telling me to go back to the kitchen where I belong. Can you even believe it?
I can.
So here I was, standing on a street I didn't know at dusk. I thought I'd be able to stand up for myself, but I don't know, I was afraid. I was embarrassed to come home. I know that I disappointed you.
Oh, Ella, you haven't disappointed me.
Ella, you're being too hard on yourself. Those boys should not have harassed you like that, but unfortunately, it probably won't be the last time. You're not weak or a disappointment for not knowing what to say.
I hate living in a world where men think it's okay to treat women like that.
I know. I do too. This world is cruel to a lot of people who did nothing wrong. But I have an idea.
Where is she going?
I have no idea. She does this a lot.
I decided to call on my good friend Reginald Wilkerson, who works in the Suffolk University admissions office. Hi, Reginald. It's Cecilia.
Cecilia, what have you been up to?
Oh, the usual. Actually, I was wondering if you could help me with something. Are you feeling unconventional?
When am I not? What can I do for you?
I've recently met a young woman who I can just tell is going to do great things in this world. The problem is, her mother won't allow her to go to college because she doesn't think it will help her with her future.
Sounds similar to your own story, does it not?
That's why I want to help her. Reg, do you think you could work some of your magic and get her a spot at Suffolk? This would change her life seriously.
Actually, I think I can.
Well, I have to congratulate you on a job well done, Miss Squire.
Thank you.
You know, if you ever want to become a part of something bigger, I can see what I can do about getting you a spot at my practice.
Thanks a bunch for the offer, but I work best on my own. Enjoy the rest of your day, detective.
Miss Squire, I truly cannot thank you enough. Is there anything I can do to repay you?
Don't worry, Mrs. Kingsley. Seeing Ella graduate from college will be payment enough for me.
I have to ask, how did you know where Ella would be?
Would you be surprised if I told her I see myself in her?
No, I wouldn't.
I recognized myself in Ella. All I did was think about how I would have felt if I was her, what I would have done. After that, it was easy.
Julia, I'm so very grateful for what you've done for me.
It's been a pleasure, Ella. I know you'll go far. Stay true to yourself and never let anyone decide your worth for you. This world is changing, and we have to change right along with it.